I knew that people from different countries were talking to me. I just wasn't smart enough to see a lot of this stuff, in other words. Which is really not unusual for me. I mean, when I started doing videos, I was so computer illiterate, it was pitiful. I didn't know much about computers at all. And I'm going to go down to the shoes now and start taking some off, getting that rounded off in there. I was really illiterate. I did not have any idea what about the internet. I had, of course, talked on Wood Carving Illustrated, had a forum back then. We're just doing the shoes right now. We're just bringing those down. Had a forum back then that I used to get on and talk to other carvers, you know, and this is where I met a lot of people like Blake Lunsford and Yaron and people like that. These are, you know, this happened a long time ago. It was way back when, but that wasn't much until I actually started the videos. And then when I started the videos, that's when I began to correspond a lot with people who were from other countries. So, and people write me all the time and say, the guys especially that have started their own carving, you know, when you got on there and talked about other carvers, people doing their own carving videos, that's when I got the confidence to do it. So that was a good thing. I'm glad I got on and did that video. I really did. To just tell carvers, don't worry about it. Just get you some stuff, get you some videos, and do the best you can. And a lot of them, there we go. We're getting a lot of that right there. And that brought a lot of carvers to the doing their own videos. So like I said, you don't know who you're going to touch sometimes. Okay, look at this. We're getting her shaped up now. Really, really good. Kind of up here. Go like that, in other words. And so that really made me feel right, you know, that I had a small part. You know, to get people started, that's fine, but you know, it takes their talent to make a good video. It's like Doug Linker. I mean, Doug has become a much more presence of person than myself, and I'm just so happy for him. But Doug had a lot. When he saw my video of carving a little character, Doug already had experience in woodworking. He built houses, he did things like that. So all that did was just set him off, got him interested in doing something else, in other words. And he's become a very unique presence in the carving community and in videos and stuff like that. People just love him. And I'm just so happy for him, because that's what's important. And Doug is very popular got way more subscribers than I've got, and all that stuff. I know he started off with bushcraft and all that stuff, but still, people are just love his videos, love his channel, love his ways and means and stuff, and I'm just so happy for him, I'll tell you. Okay, now look at our piece here. We're slowly getting what we have here. And if we look at the little gentleman, then so I'm just so happy that these people have gotten their videos going, and now we have others, and it's just a joy to see the carving community and people doing the things that they are doing. It just is. It's a joy. And takes a load off me. Now I can just do what I want to do. And, it's I tell you what, there was hardly nobody back when I started in 2007. I mean, there was nobody. They had some videos that they were making and stuff, some of the more professional type videos that they got into on YouTube. And now look what YouTube's got. It's got the International Association of Wood Carvers, who show you these great carvers and show you classes and stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna cut in between these shoes here. And my buddy Blake, who Lunsford, who I have known way in the Wood Carving Illustrated Forum, who has been a personal friend. I've met Blake. We've had dinner together. He's a great guy. He asks me every time I come up to see my son in Kentucky to stop by, just spend a little time. I have not done it as much as I should, but it's a joy to be around Blake. And him and Tom started that International Association of Wood Carvers, and that stuff. Oh, brother, I keep getting away from myself here. I'm sorry if I'm getting off camera here. I apologize. Sometimes when I get into these areas, I get to talk and I lose track. Crazy me. Him and Tom have started that, and I mean, that thing is a fantastic teaching tool. And then you have the great carvers like Dave Stetson, who is now doing classes on Zoom. I mean, just it's amazing that there was some bad things about COVID, and there were some good things that we carvers began to look for other resources to help one another. And then I started the site. Yaron started the Character Carver site on Facebook, which is fantastic. I'm going up on about 2 or 3 years now. I think 2 years on the Let's Talk Carving site that I have on Facebook, where we take questions and stuff. See how the shoes are? So it's all coming together very nicely. All right. right, where we kind of okay. So there's so much that is available now to everyone, and carvers helping carvers, and it's just so great. It really is. And those carvers that are on there on the internet, look for them and support them. Let them know you like their channel. Not everybody can be a Doug Linker. Not everybody can have, you know, his channel just full of subscribers and stuff like that. I mean, Doug is one great guy. He really is. I have never met Doug in person, but I feel like I know him. I've talked to him in, you know, through Messenger and many times. And he is just a great guy with a great channel. Okay. Well, we're getting pretty good here now. Here we are. Look at this. Now, we want to take, let's see, I tell you what, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and just put a little bit more design here. I'm going to go ahead and come across the front of this thing with a little apron, and I'm going to come down here just like this and come across here like this, and come down here like this and come across here like that. Okay, and I'm going to cut down here, and I'm going to cut down here, and I'm going to remove that right in there. See what I'm doing? And then I'm going to come across here, front of this. And we're going to cut this. We'll go right here, and let's come back and do a little bit more deeper cut in here. Cut up in here. Here, let's come across here and catch right in here. All right, where's the little apron? Right in here. All right, well, we just about through with her. Let me get my V-tool. Let me find, there it is. If I can get it out. And we're just going to kind of put our little stuff in here. There we go. I'm going to go like that. And let me flatten this out a little bit more. as we go here. And this one's gonna be more this way. Now you want to be careful with your V-tool. And just kind of scrape it along there. And the same thing here. Okay. Let me come up here with this just a little bit. Take a little bit of this in here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna come across here with my V-tool just a little bit. And then just kind of, there we go. I'll clean that up later. Okay, let me put this back. Now this is the one for this one. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, let me go and wet her. And we'll look at her. Just a second. All right. Now, I'm going to do a few more things here while I've got you here. I'm going to do a few more things with my gouge. And let me find my gouge, folks. I'm sorry. Okay, here's our little lady. Now what I want to do is I just want to take my gouge. Well, first of all, let's take the V-tool and just make some rungs in here. Okay, just like that. Same thing over here, rungs. Just to kind of give it a shape like that. And even a little bit back here. Let's make these a little bit flatter. So I can make the little rungs back here. We're going to just kind of go through here like that. There we go. And the back side of it. Just like that. See that? Make those rungs just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to just come up here and take my gouge and just sort of hit this back and hit a little bit in here. Give this just a little, see, just taking your gouge and hitting it with like this gives it a little bit of a shape that doesn't always have before, just like in here. It gives the dress a little bit of shape, and you just sort of drag your even up here, even in the apron. You just sort of drag it. Don't try to do any deep cuts. Just do little small cuts to just give it that. Put one up in here, up in here. Like I said, you just drag the gouge, and then I come up in here and do it just to give it some flavor. Okay, well, that's about it. Drag it in here, drag it here. Okay, that will probably be what I want. All right, there's our little Norwegian couple, just right there. I'm gonna get in. I need to get in here. Well, I'll clean that up later. I'll clean it up. I'm not worried about all that right now. I'll clean all that up. So there you go. There's our little Norwegian couple. With so far, how far we've gotten with it. And so anyway, there it is. And I'm going to add a little bucket on with him, and we're going to put him in a little scene. So we'll get the, I'm going to show you how to make the little bucket and everything like that, because we could still got to put his hand the way we want it. But this, so far, this is our little Norwegian couple. So